Eric calls them terrorists, though.
I love when people say they're peaceful protests. Peaceful protests were in Ferguson. Peaceful protests were in the Mall of America protesting different issues.
You're saying when people were throwing the Molotov cocktails and all that stuff?
You had armed guards facing off with unarmed protesters. That's the problem. That shows the way the U.S. government treats African Americans and other groups totally different.
Eric, is not Montel Williams suggesting
I'm not talking about Montel.
I'm talking about because he is suggesting an act of terrorism by the government to put down Americans.
That's an act of terrorism. When you go into a federal building and you take over and you say, if you come in, I will shoot you.
Look,
those are
they're
terrorists.
wrong. I agree they're wrong.
Okay, let me ask
but
you,
the fact of the matter is,
Muslim, would you say the same thing?
They're wrong. I don't look at color. If they're wrong, they're wrong. But Eric, to suggest to use the United States military to kill American citizens is wrong. It's an act of terrorism.
I didn't say go in and kill them.
He did.
They should use military action. Absolutely.
Why? You got capable police officers who are
But Eric,
let 150 black guys go in the Brooklyn post office and take it over and say, you know, we're going to sit in this post office until you put us out.
There's no immediate threat to anyone there. It's out in the wilderness. Yes, they do have
There
weapons.
wasn't one at Mall of America either, but they had armed guards there.
Well, but there was no military force used in the Mall of America. In fact, most people left the Mall of America.
Riot police.
Right. Now,
riot police. When you have riot police meeting people who had no guns, no weapons, in a silent, quiet protest, that is unused.
I think it's a stretch. I think it's a stretch to certainly say the terrorists, and I'll let Rod chime in, but we know what happened in Baltimore. We know what happened in a lot of other cities, and it turned extraordinarily violent and ugly.
Absolutely. It was completely different from what we see in Oregon. These individuals in Oregon are very organized. They're not trying to be there for a fight. They do have their weapons, and I think the government will be able to work it out with them. Baltimore and Ferguson was a completely different story, guys.
All right, guys, we got to leave it.
They were unarmed, and then they showed up with tanks. Yeah, it's a totally different story. Absolutely.
And, of course, unfortunately, the crowd justified the use of those tanks.
And you don't suggest to kill American citizens.
The producers are going crazy. They're all in my ear, guys. That was some beautiful, passionate stuff. We probably could pick it up a little bit later, but we also want to talk about America because there's a lot of evidence we are heading into a recession now. I'm a positive guy, and I believe we can reignite this economy, but doesn't mean we have to go into the red first. We'll be right back.